What is your musical guilty pleasure?
Oh, wow, man, my musical guilty pleasure? You know what it have to be, man? Something so left field because people probably think I don't listen to it. I listen to a lot of oldies music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of a lot of old school music, like 50s, late 50s, 60s, like rhythm and blues, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, you know what I mean? But nothing too embarrassing to where, like, I don't want to say what it is I listen to, but that'll catch people off guard, the fact that I listen to and I love to listen to a lot of oldies music, more than hip-hop and more than R&B and more than a lot of things. Yep.
What was your biggest fear as a child?
My biggest fear as a child was hair. Believe it or not, when I was younger, I had a whole bunch of hair. You know what I'm saying? So it was weird how, you know, I had like braids all the way down to like my back. You know what I'm saying? And I was really afraid of hair when I was a little boy. I was terrified of hair. What scared me about hair was just the fact that, you know, it would just fall off and it'd be like all over the floor. I don't know, that's like a question for my mama. She could tell you better than I could.
What was your favorite cartoon growing up?
My favorite cartoon growing up was Bobby's World. I like Bobby's World. You know, he had like the big old head. He would always come down the stairs with the bicycle, the big wheel. You know what I'm saying? He had a crazy uncle and all that. Bobby's World was it.
What's the grossest food you've ever eaten?
The grossest food I ever eaten, it would have to be greens, collard greens. And I'm black, but I don't really do collard greens that well. You know what I'm saying? I don't like collard greens. I don't like okra. I don't like mushrooms. I can be here all day letting you know what I don't like. Yeah.
What's the last movie that made you cry?
Has there ever been a movie that's made me cry? Man. Nah, and I'm thinking real hard too. Has it been? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't cry, but it definitely did something to me. And I feel like this movie was looked over, and that was Eddie Murphy's new movie, 1,000 Words. You know what I'm saying? When you can't talk too much or the leaves will fall off, and then like he'll die if all the leaves fall off. But it had a good message, man. It just, you know, it was just all about, you know, just making sure that you use your time on earth wisely. You know what I'm saying? And anything that, whatever nightmares that you do have, you know, just while you're here on earth, to use that time wisely to try to clean up and heal anything that, you know, that could be ungodly like. So that movie right there had a strong message into it, and it kind of reminded me of myself a little bit, so it was kind of emotional a little bit towards the end. And y'all know Eddie's a funny guy, but it had a really good, strong message to the movie.
Do you have any embarrassing stories from school?
Embarrassing stories from school? Do I have any Nah, I really don't, man. I was a cool cat. Like, I was, you know, not to toot my own horn or nothing like that. I was really a cool dude in school. I really, you know, I had two parents. My mom was married. I didn't want no whooping, so every time I went to school, I made sure I had to do what I had to do. I wasn't, you know, I was on point. It was school, good grades, and the girls, and just being that fly dude in school. That's what I was. I always hung around the right people. I was already popping my career off at the time when I was in school, so I was already somewhat of like a town celebrity, so everybody wanted to be around me anyway. So I was just chilling for the most part. I didn't really have to do nothing. I just maintained my coolness.
What would you have studied in school?
Business management. If I would have went to school, I would have studied business management. Kind of business I would have wanted to start would definitely been like sports agents. I've always been big on sports. I love sports. And I remember watching Jerry Maguire, and I was like, that's what I want to be, you know, because I was like, I'm short, so, you know, I'm nice with the ball, but unfortunately, I'm not, like I said, I keep it realistic, so I know I'm not going to make it to the league. I got friends that are in the league, and when I played them outside of, like, the NBA, like, it's hard. So I said I might as well just be a sports agent, fall back, get money when they get paid, and I can talk good, so why not?